You can see they are packaging meals here that will go out this door and into the dining room, where I'm told they can serve up to 700 people. Imagine you're spending your afternoon in your bedroom and then all of a sudden a car comes through and smashes a hole into your home. The business owner tells me that she caught the moments right before this was washed away on camera. So just an idea of some of the sentiment as we're heading into debate night. And speaking of sentiment, over here at this bar graph, we can see some of the more popular hashtags. But if I take this scraper here, we can see that is straight ice. This ice right now, that is what's on the roads right now. Can't see a lot from where we're standing right now on Pleasant Hill Road. However, we are told that bridge and truck are about 200 yards behind us and this road closed sign. So I want you to take a look at what Sky 4 is seeing above the scene right now. That truck still sitting on the bridge, overturned. As you're approaching the intersection on 290, things look pretty normal. But by the time you get to the highway ramps, you can see the new traffic pattern. SCDOT says as you're driving through this, be patient and follow the line. Been doing very hard work. We've actually been making some snowmen and women here. We've got Nigel, Carol. We've got that funny looking one is me. And then we've got our photographer Jenna there with the camera.
We gotta go to the fire department. That's
okay.
The only place we can go.
We would have been standing there looking out the window. That's what we were filming.
Surreal moments as Sherry Cummings' business, the Hickory Nut, and her home were washed away.
I looked down, so my phone went like this down to my feet, and I looked down, and it was our refrigerator on its back with magnets floating out of the house down the river.
Over a month since Hurricane Helene, and left with just a few remnants from her business, Cummings tells me she's still left in the dark by her insurance company.
He claimed that we were only living in 15% of the building, I guess because he couldn't grasp that the store was on one floor and the house was on the bottom floor. He was going to give us 15% of what we had and then depreciate the value. See the dents?
With less than 10% of her merchandise.
We got a long pipe and Max would cook it, hand it over to whichever one of us, and we would put them into boxes. All of these were hanging from the roof, and the only way we could get the stuff out is by pulling it and carrying it out that way.
Cummings set up a temporary shop at the Tryon International Equestrian Center.
We would have had no income, no way of making anything, any kind of support bills.
She's remaining optimistic that relief is still on the way.
Anybody, a corporation, somewhere along the way, hopefully someone will have the idea and say, aha, and we can figure out something, because that's what we're going to need. You got to keep going to get to the good. No matter the worst things in your life happen, and that moment, they're horrible and you don't know what you're going to do, but if you keep going, you're going to get to the next door.
Fire crews have been pouring in and out of this area all afternoon, working to contain those 3 wildfires that continue to burn tonight. Thousands of acres continue to burn in western North Carolina. According to North Carolina Forest Service spokesperson E.J. Dwiggins, most of the fire is not contained.
The Black Cove fire is at 1,083 acres with 0% containment. The Deep Woods fire is at 1,102 acres with 0% containment. And the Fishhook fire is 150 acres with 50% containment.
And the North Carolina Forest Service says one of the biggest contributing factors to these fires continuing to spread is Hurricane Helene and the debris that storm left over, making it easy for the fires to spread and difficult to fight them.
That's hindering our progress to get to these fires where we can even begin to establish lines. Some of the bridges, some of the roads that we may have depended on before are no longer there. Our crews will be here throughout the night, and what they'll be doing is reinforcing the containment lines that they already have around these fires and conducting burnout operations to strengthen those lines and create bigger areas that have been burned over and are unlikely to be burned over again.
And behind me is one of the many tools that firefighters are using to help battle these flames. What's happening here is water is being taken out of the Green River, being funneled into this fire truck, and then they are putting that into other fire trucks that will then drive the water up to the scene of the fire to help aid in battling those flames. Congressman Tim Moore was on the scene to survey the fires. He says Polk County is an area that continues to suffer from natural disasters.
So we're talking with our federal assets in Washington and all the way down to make sure that all the assets from the federal government are being brought to bear to help.
And a reminder, there are still burn bans in effect in both North and South Carolina. Reporting in Polk County, Nate Stanley, WYFF News 4.
It's one of the things that they take with them really forever.
Preparing for prom night, one of the most exciting feelings in a high schooler's life.
What about yellow?
And it's a feeling that will still happen for hundreds of students in Black Mountain and Swannanoa.
It's another way to help bolster them in all of this and give them an opportunity that some of them may not have. Again, a lot of our kids lost a lot in this storm.
It's thanks in part to Shining Through the Storm, a charity started by Rihanna Ruark, Universe United Miss North Carolina, offering hope after the hurricane.
They're worried about the food on the table, their house, like that kind of stuff, and a prom dress can seem out of reach right now for these families, so I wanted to do what I could to help them.
She's been collecting prom dresses for weeks and estimates over 900 dresses have been donated.
A couple girls from Arizona and Texas and California, Florida, they've come from all over, so it's cool to see not just my community, but the whole country come together and just make a difference here at Western North Carolina.
The dresses, jewelry, and shoes come at no cost for the students at Charles Owen High School. Principal Don Rookie says events like Thursdays highlight how strong and resilient the community is.
Seeing each other and caring for each other is powerful. And if anything, it's given us a unity here that I don't know that we had before the storm.